Yeah, well, his story is remarkable. I know you've had a chance to talk to people like this, where you go in to spend a few minutes, maybe an hour with them, wish you could spend a week with them. So much information he's gathered. In fact, the scientific community is studying his footage. It's considered among the best documenting those shrinking glaciers. It started out as an extreme sports film, and now it's something entirely different. Since he's an extreme guy, I went to Quarry Park in Granite Bay to talk to him about the last glaciers. Take a look.
I've spent years filming dying glaciers. This is the message I want the rest of the world to hear.
That's director and producer Craig Leeson, the same guy you saw speaking, now in a perilous spin. If the video looks more thrill-seeker than climate change, that's because The Last Glaciers, a film the scientific community is touting as a masterful call to action, didn't start out that way. In fact, you set out to make that movie, and then by design you looked down and saw brown where there should be snow.
Yes, well the producer is an extreme sports athlete, and he wanted to take me into the mountains and do this film on para-alpinism, a new form of extreme sports. And when we got there was absolutely no snow. It was brown in the middle of winter. And when we started asking around the European Alps about that, everyone was saying this is something that's been happening for decades. The snow is not coming, and the glaciers are receding up the mountain. And when I started talking to scientists and they told me that in fact was the case, and they showed me the proof of that happening, I realized we had a different film that we had to make, and that was on climate.
You say the movie is targeted towards children, but it really spoke to me. What's that saying?
Well, you know, one of the things that's critical to me as a writer is that it doesn't matter who you're targeting. I think the script and the narration should be understood by anybody. So we are hoping that the kids will watch the film, get extraordinarily excited about it, go home and say, Mum and Dad, you've got to see this film because there is a climate crisis and we want you to help us solve the problems and come up with solutions. And so the parents will go, and then we hope the parents will take the grandparents.
Yeah, and indeed they will take it. I was here last night. He spoke to legislators, he spoke to people in the scientific community and students, and they all love this movie. I think you will too. And the movie's only about 40 minutes long. So if you think about it, 40 minutes long, that means you could see it 12 times over in the amount of time that it would take you to watch the Batman movie. And unlike the Batman movie, you will become a superhero because you will save the world. Back to you.
My money says you're going to watch both of those movies a couple of times. All right, Marcus Allen, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
It's important.
That's
I mean,
true.
just
There's that.
Yeah, right. Just 40 minutes, and you'll learn a lot. Okay, Rob, what's the status of glaciers in this country?
You know, it's not just something that's happening in the Alps and in Europe. Here at home, we've got Glacier National Park. In the 1850s, they had more than 150 glaciers. We're now down to 25. So this is something that's happening all over the world, including right here at home.